So the values of x, we have learned that the values of x will be the domain and the values of y will be the range. So let's start this topic, domain and range. How do we calculate and how do we find this domain and range for a given function? There will be some fixed type of pattern, it will appear in the question. So let's understand that forms, different forms which will appear. First is there, if it is written here root of fx, we are reading the function in the real value, right? So if I say that the square root of -4, right, will be a real value or imaginary value? Anyone?
Imaginary.
Imaginary values, right? So the condition, what we say, to get this real value, if you want y is equal to root of fx is the function, if you want a real value, can we say that condition should be what? That fx must be greater than equal to 0.
Yes, sir.
Right? So whenever you see a term which is in the square root, or whenever you see a term of x which is in square root, the condition for the domain, to find the domain, what you will apply? Fx must be greater than 0. Second condition, if second form, suppose if y is equal to this f function is coming in the denominator fx, right? Okay, you tell me one thing, Ria, 1/0 is what? What is 1/0, Ria? Okay, she's not here. Rajita, what is 1/0?
Not defined.
Not defined, but we want a defined thing, right? We want a real value. So can we put a condition here that fx should not be equal to 0? Can we say this thing? For fx
Yes,
to
sir.
be real, for y to be real, we can say that fx must not be equal to 0. Okay, if you will see this type of format, let's say y is equal to 1/root of fx, right? So first thing is that we cannot have the negative value for fx, and the second thing is that we cannot have also this fx is 0. So here the condition must be that fx strictly greater than 0. Can we say this thing? Okay, these are the condition which we will apply in the on finding the domain and range for this type of format. So if the denominator, if the function x terms are coming in denominator, you will say that particular term, okay, whole denominator should not be equal to 0 to find the domain. If it is coming inside the square root, the fx must be greater than equal to 0. And if it is coming in the form of 1/root of fx, there is difference between the first one and third one. Okay, here is equal to sign, here we cannot apply the equal to sign, because even at 0, this format, this y is equal to 1/root fx will become undefined thing. So condition should be fx strictly greater than 0. Fourth, you can see some terms like this way also, fx by gx. What condition we should apply here, which cannot be 0 here? Ruchita.
Denominator.
Denominator cannot be 0, so gx cannot be equal to 0. Okay, this type of condition we will apply when we are going to find the domain. Like, let's understand this question. Suppose an example is written here. First we'll see some question of domain only, then we'll mix the question, domain and range. Suppose if it is written here x square minus 5x plus 6, and denominator is written here x square minus 11x plus 30. Okay, this is a very simple equation I have written. There is a function and they are asking find the domain. Okay, so one thing is sure that denominator cannot become 0. So let's find out the values where the denominator will become 0. Let's try to find out the values where the denominator will become 0 actually. So can we put that x square minus 11x plus 30 equal to 0? If I will solve this equation, this is denominator of the function. If I will solve this one, what is the splitting form? Splitted numbers. 11 will be splitting into which two numbers? such that
6 and 5.
multiplication 6 and 5. So x square minus 6x plus minus 5x plus 30. Okay. So we can say here that x minus 6 common, then we can have 5 common, then it will become x minus 6 is equal to 0. We are getting that x is equal to 5 or x is equal to 6. Right?
So
Ruchita?
domain must be r minus 5.
Exactly.
And 6.
So these are the values what we are observing. These are the values actually where we are getting the denominator as 0. So can we say that domain of the function, domain of fx, because we don't want this 0, we will do one thing, that from the real value set we will remove this 5 and 6. That will be our domain. Understood, Ria?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So very simple examples I am just taking. Suppose if I have written here fx is equal to 1 upon x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3, and one more number 2x plus 1. So can you tell me what will be the domain here, Ruchita?
r minus 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma minus 1 by 2, sir.
Yeah, exactly. R minus, from the real value set we should remove 1, 2, 3 and minus half. Okay. How to write
Sir.
here? Yeah, tell me.
Can you move up, sir? 1 minute, I'll write down. No,
Here we
still
have to write it as, okay, fx is not defined when x square minus 11x plus 30 is equal to 0. Now we are solving it and we are getting that x is equal to 5 and x is equal to 6 are the value where the fx, this function, will become undefined thing. So we are removing that part from the domain.
still more up.
Nothing is there. Acha, okay, forms, right? No return. Done.
Fine, sir. Done.
So here how we will write the solution, we will say that fx is not defined.
Sir, example.
Sorry.
That above example, sir.
Okay. Hence domain of the function. Noted.
Almost done, 7 minutes. Don't check this one.
Now I will write it. Fx is not defined when the denominator will be 0. When the denominator is 0. I am writing not defined. Okay. Denominator is 0. Now what are the values at which denominator will become 0? So let's put it x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3, as well as 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. So from here, there are linear terms. We don't have to factorize here even. Already factorized form is given. So put x minus 1 is equal to 0. You will get x is equal to 1. Put x minus 2 is equal to 0. You will get x is equal to 2. Put x minus 3 0. You will get x3. And when you will put 2x plus 1 equals to 0, you will get x is equal to minus half. So domain will be what? From the domain set, means domain is the real number, but from that real number, we have to exclude these values because these are the values at which function is getting undefined. So 1, 2, 3, and minus half. Understood, Ruchita?
Yes, sir.
Let's say another example, number 3. Suppose we are seeing the only fx by gx form. Let's say if it is written here, fx is equals to root over x minus 5. So a square root, right? A square root is there. Try to understand here the bracket which you are using for defining the set, that will also matter. So we have learned that in a square root function can be positive, right? Whatever will come inside the square root, we must have, we'll write here for fx to be defined, for fx to be defined. Can we say that x minus 5 must be greater than equal to 0? Can we say this thing here?
Yes, sir.
So if you will solve this, you will get what? X is greater than equal to 5. Right? So when we can say that x is greater than equal to 5, so what will be the domain, Ruchita? What do you mean by domain here? X is greater than equal to 5. Can we say that 5 to infinity, it will be that will be the answer? Okay, 5 is included or excluded here? Anyone?
Excluded.
Excluded. I have written equal to sign here, so it is obviously included
Okay,
one, right?
included.
So it will be open bracket or close bracket. This is open or close bracket?
Closed.
Close bracket. Okay. Whenever you get confused, write it down in the number line. Okay. Whatever the value is coming, let's say 0, and then it is saying 5. So when it is saying that x is greater than 5, means we have to consider the value which are after 5. These are the values. Okay. They are talking about. So this is infinity. So domain will be 5 to infinity. Understood this part, Rujita?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's say example number 4. Well, I'm just taking basic example. Then we'll move to the bigger questions. Suppose if the question is written here, fx is equals to root over x square minus, okay, find x square. I'm giving easy one only. Minus 2x, and then we are having minus 63. Yeah, let's try this one. X square minus 2x minus 63. Right?
X must be greater than or equal to 9 and less than or equal to -7.
It will be greater than 9 and less than -7.
Huh.
Okay, 7 and 9 is included or excluded?
Included.
Included value. Okay. Ruchita, have you got?
I got only 9 and -7, sir. I don't know how to write.
Okay,
it.
okay, you don't know how to write in the number line. Okay. Okay, we'll see it how to deal with the inequation. Ria, you know how to solve the inequations?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very simple thing it is. Okay, if the power will be bigger numbers, then we have a method that we call it as wavy curve, but that is not at all required here. So first of all, but other than that, the simple thing like basic common sense will be sufficient to solve the inequation. Let's understand. So can we write here for fx to be defined? Can we say that this whatever is coming, the part which is inside the square root, it must be greater than which value? It must be greater than 0. Right, Ruchita?
Yes, sir.
Achha, am I missing something here?
Equal to sign.
Yeah, equal to sign. So let's put that equal to sign. I hope you all have solved this equation. Very simple it is. Minus 9x and plus 7x. 9 7 is 63. Minus 63 is greater than equal to 0. When you will solve it, you will get x into x minus 9. Then you will get 7 into x minus 9 is greater than equal to 0. Take x minus 9 common. Okay. And then you will get x plus 7 is equal to 0. Now understand here from here, Ruchita, what we will do. Whenever you have an equation, whatever the terms are coming, linear terms you will see, right? X plus 7 and x minus 9 is there here. Right? Just put it to 0. X minus 9 is equal to 0 and x plus 7 is equal to 0. To just find out the breaking point or the critical values. What it will become? X value will be 9 and x value will be minus 7, right? Can I say this, Ruchita?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now take a number line. A number line is an imaginary line where all the real numbers are available. So minus 7 is the smaller value. So let's put it minus 7. Then 9 will come. So let's put somewhere after minus 7 as 9. Now this number line is getting divided into 3 parts. One part, second part, and third part. Okay. So from here, we don't have to do much thing. Just we have to find out a value. Okay, which is less than minus 7. Can you find out the value which is less than minus 7, Ruchita? Any value less than minus 7?
-8.
Minus 8. So when you will put minus 8 in this expression, x minus 9 and x plus 7, put x is equal to minus 8. So minus 8 minus 9 and minus 8 plus 7. What you will get? Minus 8 minus 9. Is it negative value?
Yes, sir.
And minus 8 plus 7, is it a negative value? We don't have to multiply here. We just have to see the sign. So both negative means what? Ultimately, what it will become? It will become a positive value, and positive value is definitely greater than 0. Can we say this thing?
Yes, sir.
Right. So we have to consider this part of the number line in the domain system. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now from minus 7 to 9, take a value, any value which is between minus 7 and 9. 0. Best is 0. Yeah. So 0, when you will put 0 minus 9, x is equal to 0, I am putting 0 minus 9 and 0 plus 7. Let's just see it the sign. This is negative and 0 plus 7 is a positive value. Negative into positive will become negative. Negative is not greater than 0 because we want a value which is greater than 0, right? So this one will not come. And after 9, when you will check 9, take a value 10. 10 minus 9 will be a positive value. X is equal to 10. I am checking. 10 minus 9 is a positive value and 10 plus 7 is also a positive value. So ultimately it will be positive. So this part will come. Understood, Ruchita?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after this, we just have to find out which part of the number line is giving you the condition greater than equal to 0. right? So this part, the left part, extreme left and extreme right of this number line. So what will be the domain here? Domain will be nothing but, how we'll write the domain? Minus infinity to 7, and 7 is included, so close bracket, union 9 to, this is minus 7, then union 9 to infinity. This one will be the domain of this function. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Very simple. This is very simple actually. Only thing is they will complicate the some more number of terms, okay, and little bit more difficult equations. Other than that, concept is very simple. We just have to find the values of x where fx will be defined. That will be the domain value. I hope it is clear to everyone. Ruchit, Ria, clear?
Ria is not there in the class.
When she left. Question number 5. Is it
Has
boring?
net issues,
Something
I
boring
guess.
is going on? Okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Huh? She is leaving the class.
Net issues maybe.
Okay, let's try this question. Fx is given as equals to 1 upon root over 4 minus x square. Try this question. Rhea,
Yes, sir.
have you understood the question previous one?
Yes, sir.
100%, na?
Yes, sir.
I'm unable to find out like when you are coming, when you are getting disconnected actually.
Yes, sir.
Why there is so much issue in net? You are using
Oh,
mobile
in this.
data?
Ah, yes, sir.
Hmm. Try to solve this question. Fx is equal to 1 by root over 4 minus x square.
Sir, x must be less than -2 and greater than 2.
X must be less than -2 and greater than
2.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
100%?
Like the domain, huh?
Okay, domain you tell me. Finally, domain
The
expression.
domain will be minus infinity to -2 excluded and union 2 to infinity.
Yeah, okay. Let me see.
Yeah.
Try Ruchita.
I got, sir.
Same answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just let me cross check it whether you all guys are correct or not. So solution, first thing is a square root function. So first thing is that for fx to be defined, we have to say that 4 minus x square, whichever is inside the square root, it must be greater than equal to 0. But we cannot take it 0 also. We cannot take the 0 also because the denominator, if I will take 0, the denominator will become 0 and that will make my fx not defined. So here the inequation will be what? It will be strictly greater than 0. This thing is clear. Now here simple thing is that we have to factorize this one. So a square minus b square form, can we write this one as 2 plus x and 2 plus x and 2 minus x is greater than 0, right? Right, Ria? Okay, she's again getting disconnected. Fine. So let's come back to the number line. Always the number line will be the diagram which will give your domain. So when I will try to find out the critical values, you will get 2. When you will put 2 plus x is equal to 0, you will get x is equal to -2. When you will put 2 minus x is equal to 0, you will get x is equal to +2. So the values are -2 and 2. These are the critical values where we have to identify. Now let's take a value which is less than -2. Any value which is less than -2, what it will become? Tell me a value less than -2.
Minus 4.
3.
-3, -4, whatever you want to take. If I will put -4 here, right? If I will put -4 here, so 2 minus 4, and then it will become 2 minus of -4. So it will, this is a negative value, this is a positive value. What I am getting? Ultimately, I am getting a negative value. Negative value, is it greater than 0? Vaishnavi?
No, sir.
No, sir. So
Sir?
we cannot take this part,
Yes, sir.
right? Now, understood what happened here? So whenever you are solving, just check the values, which part will be taken, because in overconfidence we will say the wrong answer. Now let's take a value between -2 to +2. Tell me a value, Ruchita.
0.
0. Put the 0 value. 0 plus x is equal to 0. Let's see the behavior. 0 plus 2 plus 0 will be 2, and 2 minus 0 will be 2, right? So 2 into 2 is a 4, and it is definitely greater than 0. So this part will be taken. So tick mark. Then we will take a value which is greater than 2. 5. Can we take 5? So 2 plus 5. Let's take a value x is equal to 5. So 2 plus 5 and 2 minus 5. What it will become, Ria? Ultimately, last 2 plus 5, positive or negative, Ria? This is unable to hear. Ruchita, tell me. 2 plus 5, positive,
Positive, sir.
and 2 minus 5,
Negative.
positive into negative, negative, and we know that negative numbers are not greater than 0, so we cannot take it. Okay. So domain of the function. Now time to write the domain of the function. Tell me, Vaishnavi, what will be the domain now?
From -2 to 2, sir.
-2 to
Excluded.
2. Okay. And it will be a closed interval or open interval?
Open interval.
Open interval. We cannot include the values of this one, -2 and +2, because at those values it will become 0. So this type of things will appear. Be careful while solving the question, while solving the domain of the function. Chalo, one question more. Time is there, yeah. Then we'll move to the range. I'll explain you the range, then we'll come back to the overall questions. The question is saying that fx is equals to root over x square minus 5x plus, so minus 5x is a very common thing we are taking always. Wait a second. Let's little bit complicate this part. X square is equal to 12x square minus 31x plus 20. Okay, divided by x minus 4. So let's try this question. Root is in the numerator part, not in the denominator part. Anyone who is able to solve this quadratic equation, let me know. Have you got the middle terms, Vaishnavi?
1 second, sir. Got it.
The only problem in this one will be solving that quadratic equation.
One root of it is 4 by 3, sir, and the other root is 5 by 4.
Okay. Let me see. Ruchita, calculation girl. Have you got the middle term splitting?
I didn't do it, sir.
Why, sir? Ria?
Doing, sir.
Doing, sir. Okay. Do it. Okay, this is a very famous quadratic equation actually. Okay, 12x square. Listen here. Ria, listen. 12x square minus 31x and plus 20. This is a very famous. 12 into 20, how much it is? 240. Right, Ruchita?
Yes.
12 into 20.
Yes,
So the
sir.
middle terms are actually 15 and 16. You multiply 15 and 16, you will get 240. So what it will become? 12x square minus 15x minus 16x plus 20. Because we have to factorize this one, so I am just doing it in the separate part. What we can take common here, I will get 3x common. It will become 4x minus 5. From here, we will get minus 4 common. We'll get 4x minus 5. So when you will solve this one, you will get 4x minus 5. Okay, and then you will get 3x minus 4. This is about the quadratic equation. Coming back to the question, first thing is that solution. In the first thing, for fx to be defined, for fx, anyhow this session is getting over, to be defined, this quadratic equation, this quadratic equation must be greater than equal to 0, right? Can we say that's 12x square minus 31x plus 20 must be greater than 0 or equal to 0? Can we say this thing?
Sir, I got the domain.
Hmm.
It is minus infinity to 5 by 4 union 4 by 3 comma infinity minus 4.
Correct. Join it again. Wait a second, I'll explain it. So not minus 4. Join it again, I'll ending this session. Okay. Then in that session, I'll explain it.